What an exciting back and forth game last night. It is Friday, June 12th, 2026. We're back home in Flushing, New York, and CITI-FIELD for one more series against the team with the best record in the Major League. Our longtime rivals, the Atlanta freaking Braves. I am the Mets head, talking all things New York Mets, with a preview of Game 69, dude, versus Atlanta. Tonight's game is on Apple TV, which sucks. I'm not paying for Apple TV, so I'm not watching the game. If you enjoy my content, I ask that you please like and subscribe to the Mets Head on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. I have to say, before the game even started, I did not agree with Melendez batting ninth, with Benz leading off. I think that is putting too many left-hand hitters around Soto, in front and behind. Teams can bring in a left-hander before even reaching Soto, and then they can switch out their left-hander just to get us to bring in Vientos. And then they'll just switch to a right-hand pitcher, leaving us in a weaker position. That's my pregame 2 cents. Now for the recap of the game. Alec Burleson hit a solo home run in the first to put the Cardinals up to a quick 1-0 lead. And then Benz led off the bottom of the first with a single. And Bo Bichette hit a 2-run shot to left center field to give us the lead. And Jared Young piled on with a home run of his own to make it 3-1. And Newbar fired back in the top of the second with a solo home run. Remember when his name was going around to replace Nimmo? I think he's only played 6 games this year. He was injured. Wynn then doubled, and Crooks homered to right field to give the Cardinals the lead again by a score of 4-3. In the fifth, Scott walked Herrera and gave up a 2-out single to Baby Godzilla, and he was pulled for A.J. Minter, who ended the inning. I mean, you have such a strong bullpen. I mean, I can see why they did it. Scott ended up pitching 4 2/3, and he gave up 4 runs on 7 hits with a walk and 6 strikeouts, raising great Scott's ERA to 3.1. The Cards were in a left-hander to face Soto, Young, and Ewing in the bottom of the fifth, and Soto doubled to right field, and Jared Young knocked him in with a single to tie the game at 4. I was really surprised he left Young in to face the left-hand pitcher. It works, but you know what they say, a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then. So really, I shouldn't be surprised that Mendoza didn't make the right move, although it worked out in the end, considering that Young was 0 for 6 versus lefties so far this season, and Vientos has 18 versus lefties, which leads the team. I think even more so, it damages Vientos' psyche that his manager won't even use him in a situation he's made for. Especially since the Cardinals have another very good left-hand pitcher in Romano. So most of the time that won't work, but it just happened to this time. It still wasn't the right move to make. And then when Romero was brought in the 7th inning to face Soto, Juan Soto strikes to put us up 5-4 in a key situation. Soto gives us the lead. I definitely was not expecting that to happen. He doesn't usually do that. But I was pleasantly surprised. Soto would go 2-for-4 with a double, a home run, 2 runs, and an RBI. Then the Dreamweaver was brought in the 8th and retired the 4, 5, and 6 batters in order. And the Airbender retired the side in order in the 9th for his 9th save of the year, which included his 500th career strikeout. It was great to see our big players getting important hits and pitching well in high-pressure situations. The bullpen gave up no hits in 4 1/3 innings, but we did use all our good relief pitchers in the process, basically. Minter, Raley, Weaver, and Williams, which should leave Warren, Brazoban, and Perez well rested for tomorrow. I do hope that they send down Duarte. I didn't even know they brought up Duarte. I was keeping track of that other guy who pitched 3 innings the night before, but they've quickly made a move before last night's game, it would seem, to bring up Daniel Duarte and send down Jonathan Pintaro after he pitched 3 innings the day before. I don't know if I really agree with bringing up mop-up pitchers when you have Myers, who could be much more effective than any of them. But I digress. Not only did Soto go 2-for-4, but Jared Young also went 2-for-4 with a run and 2 RBIs. Bo, Benj, AJ, MJ, and Alvey all had 1 hit each. Only Brett Beatty didn't have a hit. And right away, I see all the posts on Facebook how the Beatty is a bust. Get on board the 7 train. We got no one else instead, unless you want to put Vientos at third. Oh, Brujan at shortstop. At this moment, we don't have anything else to go to. And at least he's playing well at third base, and he's hitting every once in a while. It's not like he's the worst hitter on our team. We are now 30-38, 8 games under 500. The last place in the NL East, 15 games behind Atlanta, who has the best record in the major leagues. This is a good chance for us to make it less. Let's make up some ground. We are tied for the 22nd best record in the league with Minnesota and Houston, which is also the 7th worst record in the league. Atlanta is 45-23, 12 games over 500, first place in the NL East, with the best record in baseball. I believe they have a 2-game lead over Tampa. Oh no, it's only 1.5 game lead, and it's now ahead of the Dodgers. Then Milwaukee, then Tampa Bay, and the Yankees are tied for 4th best record. On the mound for the Braves is 27-year-old right-hand pitcher Spencer Strider from Columbus, Ohio. He is 6'12", 195 pounds. Drafted in the 4th round by the Braves in 2020. That was the draft that Spencer Torkelson was selected 1st overall by the Tigers. Garrett Crochet was selected 11th by the White Sox. And we took Pete Crow Armstrong, 19th overall. Jordan Walker, who we just played, was 21st. In the second round, we took JT Ginn, who we later traded for Chris Bassett, who is now on Baltimore with the Polar Bear. Strider was second in the Rookie of the Year voting in 2022, behind teammate Michael Harris III. The following year, in 2023, he was fourth in Cy Young voting, behind Blake Snell. This is his sixth year in the majors. He has pitched in 97 games. He is 43 and 25 with a 3.76 ERA. 669 strikeouts in 491 innings. Last year, he pitched in 23 games. He was 7 and 14 with a 4.45 ERA, 131 strikeouts in 125 innings with 51 walks. This year, he's pitched in 7 games. He is 4 and 1 with a 4 ERA, 43 strikeouts in 36 innings with 19 walks. That's pretty elevated walks per 9 there. The current roster of Mets are batting 173 against him with a 591 OPS. They have 9 hits and 52 at-bats. Brett Beatty is batting 375 against them with a 750 OPS. Soto is only batting 231, but has a 474 on base percentage and a 700 OPS. And Alvarez is 2 for 9 against them with 2 home runs with an almost 1200 OPS. I hope to see him moved up in the lineup and Semien moved down. That being said, I think their ideal lineup would lead off A.J. Ewing by 263 and 300 with a 775 OPS this week. My reasoning for this is that Ewing has the third highest average on the team, behind Jared Young and Juan Soto. He also has the third highest on base percentage, behind Soto and Young. And it's also that he hits right-handers very well. He's batting 304 against righties with a 392 on-base percentage. Same on-base percentage as Juan Soto. For those reasons, I think he's the better leadoff hitter, and he steals more bases than Benj does. But this would only be temporary until Lindor comes back, and then he's got to be moved much lower in the lineup. But Benj has also been doing well in a leadoff spot, so it wouldn't be a problem for me if Benj all still let off. Now, batting second, you kind of want a right-hand hitter. If Mendoza really wanted to be bold, he would put Alvarez at number 2. He is 2 for 9 with 2 homers against Strider, compared to Bichette's 1 for 6 with a double against Strider. Bichette also has not been hitting well, but I know with his potential, you probably still want to keep him batting second. Soto should bat third at DH, 3 for 13 with 4 walks against Strider. Only batting 143 this week with a 613 OPS. Average has now dropped down to 277. Jared Young's leading the team in hitting, batting 288, 890 OPS. Soto has the slightly higher 906 OPS. As long as he keeps hitting, keep batting him fourth. And when they bring in a lefty, put in Vientos, hopefully late in the game. Then fifth, I think should be either Ewing or Benj. If it's Benj, Benj is batting 320 this week with an 840 OPS. His average is up to 260. He's better against left-hand pitchers. So sometimes it's a toss-up. Do you want Benj to lead off and they won't bring in a lefty against him? And then you have Ewing batting in the middle. I think Benj has more power. But with Ewing's speed and desire to steal bases, that's why I think maybe he should lead off. Then batting sixth should either be Alvarez or Bichette. Got to break up the lefties. If Mendoza was bold, he'd bat Bichette sixth. And then bat Beatty seventh. 3 for 8 against Strider. Melendez should bat eighth and play in left field. I would keep playing Melendez even if he isn't hitting until someone else gives you a reason to start them. And then I really think Marcus Semien should bat ninth. He's batting 220 this year, 217 this week. He's not consistent. And also, I like his speed down at the bottom more than having Alvarez bat ninth. But also getting fast runners in front of Alvarez might keep them out of double plays. So I would like to see Ewing batting in front of Alvarez, either being 1 and 2 or 5 and 6, so that Ewing can steal and keep Alvarez from hitting into a double play. On the mound for the Mets is 24-year-old right-hand pitcher Nolan McLean from North Carolina. He is 6'2", 214 pounds. Drafted by the Mets in the third round in 2023. Skeens was drafted first overall, followed by Dylan Cruz second. We picked Colin Houck, the shortstop, 32nd overall in the first round. Then we took Sproat in the second round, McLean in the third round, and A.J. Ewing in the fourth round. That could go down as a major draft for us. Last year, McLean pitched in 8 games. He was 5-1 with a 2.06 ERA. 57 strikeouts in 48 innings with 16 walks. This year's not been so easy lately for him. He's pitched in 13 games. He is 3-4 with a 3.98 ERA. 82 strikeouts in 72 innings with 27 walks. McLean has faced the current roster of Braves one time, and they are batting 167 against him with a 333 OPS. 2 hits and 12 at-bats, and both hits were by Rowdy Tellez. But he needs to watch out for Matt Olson, who's batting 272 with a 900 OPS and 19 homers. Michael Harris is batting 305 this year with an 8.5 OPS and 13 home runs. And Drake Baldwin's batting 303 with an over 900 OPS with 13 home runs. Could be why they're in first place. Their shortstop, Dubon, is batting 381 this week with an 1100 OPS. And Harris is batting 368 this week. It's going to be a tough go this series, tough go this game. I just hope to win one. Again, this game is on Apple TV. Enjoy it for those few who are able to watch it. Let's go, Mets go. Until next time, I'm Juan Gan.